If you've been scrolling through endless treadmill options, watching the same 16-inch screen spin in demo videos, and still feel that knot of what am I really getting? You're not alone. Most of us end up stuck between a sleek-looking machine that promises a studio feel and the fear of ending up with a bulky piece of equipment that never sees the light of day. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk through the NordicTrack T Series the way I would if I were buying it for myself, looking at real-world daily use, hidden trade-offs, and exactly who will get the most mileage out of it. First, let's set the scene. You live in an apartment where space is at a premium, you want to stay active year-round, and you've already tried jogging outside only to be greeted by rain, traffic, or that early morning chill. The treadmill you pick has to fold away, stay stable when you hit a sprint, and give you enough variety to keep boredom at bay. The NordicTrack T Series is built around those constraints: a foldable frame, a 16-inch touchscreen that tilts, and a deck that lets you soften or firm up the impact. On paper, that sounds perfect, but the real test is how those promises translate when you step on the belt after work. The first thing I noticed when the box arrived was the size of the box itself. It's surprisingly compact for a treadmill with a 16-inch screen. Unpacking is a single-person job, which matters if you don't have a moving crew. The frame folds up in the way you'd expect. You pull a lever, the deck lifts, and the whole thing tucks against the wall. In my own living room, the folded unit occupies about the footprint of a large dresser, leaving enough room for a coffee table and a yoga mat. That's a big win for anyone who needs to reclaim floor space after a workout. Now, the day-to-day experience. The treadmill's SelectFlex cushion deck is its most talked about feature. You can dial the cushioning from soft to firm with a simple button press, which actually feels useful when you alternate between a gentle walk and a high-intensity interval run. On a softer setting, my knees felt almost as if I were on a rubberized track, which is a relief after a long day on concrete. When I cranked the firmness up for a sprint, the deck responded quickly, giving a more solid feel that helped me maintain speed without wobbling. The ability to toggle on the fly is more than a gimmick. It lets you tailor the treadmill to the specific workout you're doing that night. Speed and incline are where the T Series really shows its cardio chops. The belt runs from 0 to 12 miles per hour, so you can comfortably walk, jog, or even attempt a half-marathon pace. The incline range of 0–12% adds a hill training dimension without you having to buy a separate machine. In practice, I found the incline motor to be smooth. No sudden jerks when the grade changes, which can be a safety issue on cheaper models. I used the incline for a 30-minute hill repeat session, and the calorie burn numbers on the screen felt realistic compared to my smartwatch. If you're a runner who likes to simulate outdoor terrain, the incline range is more than adequate. If you're looking for extreme gradients for mountain training, you'll need a specialized unit, but for most home users, the 12% ceiling hits the sweet spot. The 16-inch touchscreen is arguably the centerpiece. It tilts, so whether you're 5'2" or 6'2", you can line up the view without craning your neck. The display is bright enough for a sunny basement, and the iFit integration feels slick. The app streams classes, maps out virtual routes, and even adjusts speed and incline automatically based on the workout you select. However, there's a catch that many first-time buyers overlook. To unlock the full iFit library, you need an iFit Pro membership at $39 a month. The treadmill will still work without it, but you'll lose the auto-adjust feature, the live instructor cues, and the structured training plans. If you're comfortable creating your own workouts or using free YouTube videos, you can bypass the subscription, but you'll be missing out on the connected experience the brand sells. Active Pulse is another optional layer. It syncs with a Bluetooth heart rate strap, sold separately, and adjusts the treadmill to keep you in your target zone. I tried it with a generic strap I already owned, and the treadmill's prompts to raise or lower the incline were subtle enough not to feel like a game show host shouting at me. The real benefit shows up if you're training for a specific heart rate-based goal, like Zone 2 cardio for endurance. If you're just looking to get steps in, the feature can be considered a nice-to-have rather than essential. Now, let's talk about who should actually buy this machine. If you're a city dweller with a small living space, enjoy the flexibility of a fold-away treadmill, and want a mix of cardio options without buying separate accessories,